.NET, pronounced as .NET, is a free, open-source developer platform developed by Microsoft. It provides a framework and a set of tools for building various types of applications, including web applications, desktop applications, mobile apps, cloud services, and more. The .NET platform is designed to be versatile and supports multiple programming languages such as C#, F#, and Visual Basic. .NET is typically used to create Windows applications, but it has expanded to support other operating systems and platforms. There are several key components within the .NET ecosystem. .NET Framework. This is the original implementation of .NET, primarily for Windows applications. It includes a common language runtime, CLR, and a class library. .NET Core. .NET Core is a cross-platform, open-source implementation of .NET. It was developed to run on Windows, macOS, and Linux, making it suitable for building a wide range of applications. .NET Core has been merged into the next version, .NET 5, and later versions. .NET 5 and beyond. .NET 5, released in November 2020, is part of the unified .NET platform, which brings together .NET Core, .NET Framework, and Xamarin for mobile development into a single, cohesive platform. This makes it easier to create cross-platform applications. ASP.NET. A framework for building web applications, including web APIs, using the .NET platform. ASP.NET supports various web technologies and programming models. Xamarin. A platform for building mobile applications for iOS and Android using .NET languages. Xamarin allows developers to share a significant portion of their codebase across different mobile platforms. Entity Framework. An object relational mapping (ORM) framework that simplifies database access in .NET applications. Visual Studio. Microsoft's integrated development environment (IDE) for building .NET applications. Visual Studio provides tools, code editors, and debugging capabilities for developers. Visual Studio Code. A lightweight, cross-platform code editor that is also commonly used for .NET development. The choice of which .NET platform to use depends on your application's requirements and the platforms you want to target. .NET is widely used in enterprise-level software development and is known for its performance, security, and developer productivity. Here's a simple example of a C# program using .NET to greet the user. In this example, we start by importing the system namespace, which contains fundamental types and basic input-output functionality. In the main method, we prompt the user to enter their name using console write and read the input using console readline. We store the name in a string variable. We then call a custom method getGreeting, passing the user's name as an argument. The getGreeting method concatenates the user's name with a welcome message and returns the result as a string. Finally, we print the greeting message to the console using console writeline. This is a very basic example, but it demonstrates the core structure of a .NET application using the C# programming language. You can compile and run this code using Visual Studio or the .NET command line tools. Is .NET a programming language? No, .NET is not a programming language. .NET is a developer platform and framework, and it supports several programming languages. C#, Visual Basic, and F# are some of the primary languages commonly used with the .NET framework. C# is one of the most popular languages for .NET development, but you can choose the language that best suits your project and your personal preferences when working with .NET. These languages are all designed to work seamlessly with the .NET framework, allowing developers to build a wide range of applications, from web and desktop applications to mobile apps and more. What is .NET used for? .NET is used for a wide range of application development, making it a versatile platform for various purposes. Here are some common uses of .NET. Windows desktop applications. .NET is commonly used to create Windows desktop applications with rich user interfaces. Windows Presentation Foundation, WPF, and Windows Forms are popular libraries for building such applications. Web applications. ASP.NET is a framework within .NET used to build dynamic web applications and websites. It supports the development of server-side web applications, RESTful APIs, and interactive web pages. Mobile app development. Using Xamarin, a part of the .NET ecosystem, developers can create cross-platform mobile applications for iOS and Android using C# and .NET technologies. Cloud services. .NET is used to build cloud-based services and applications on platforms like Microsoft Azure. It provides tools and libraries for developing scalable and reliable cloud solutions. Game development. Game developers use .NET for game development, especially with the Unity game engine, which allows for cross-platform game development using C#. Database applications. .NET offers Entity Framework for data access, making it a choice for developing database-driven applications and data-centric applications. Microservices and APIs. .NET Core and Now. .NET 5 and later are used for building microservices and RESTful APIs, enabling the creation of scalable and distributed systems. IoT, Internet of Things. .NET can be used for developing IoT applications and connecting devices to the cloud, making it possible to create IoT solutions using C# and .NET technologies. Machine learning and data science. .NET has libraries and frameworks like ML.NET that allow for machine learning and data science applications. Cross-platform development. With .NET 5 and later, it's possible to create cross-platform applications that run on Windows, macOS, and Linux, opening up new possibilities for software development. Enterprise software. .NET is widely used for developing enterprise-level applications, including customer relationship management, CRM, software, enterprise resource planning, ERP, systems, and other business applications. Game development. While not as common as some other platforms, .NET can be used for game development, especially with the Unity game engine, which allows for cross-platform game development using C#. .NET's strength lies in its versatility, allowing developers to choose the most appropriate .NET components and languages for the specific type of application they are building. It also offers a rich set of libraries, tools, and an extensive developer community to support various development needs. What are the main features of .NET Platform? Features of .NET Framework. 1.1 Automatic Resource Management. 1.2 Cross-language interoperability. 1.3 Common Type System. 1.4 Easy and rich debugging support. 1.5 Security. 1.6 Tool support. 1.7 Portability. 1.8 Framework Class Library. Is Java or .NET better? The choice between Java and .NET depends on various factors, including your specific project requirements, your team's expertise, and your organization's preferences. Both Java and .NET are powerful and capable technologies, and each has its own strengths and weaknesses. Here are some considerations to help you decide. Java. Cross-platform compatibility. Java applications can run on various platforms with the help of the Java Virtual Machine, JVM, making it a good choice for cross-platform development. Large ecosystem. Java has a vast ecosystem of libraries, frameworks, and tools, which can accelerate development and provide solutions for various types of applications. Community and open source. Java has a large and active open source community, which means you can find a wealth of resources and support. Strong in enterprise. Java has been traditionally strong in enterprise-level applications, particularly in server-side and back-end development. .NET. Windows-centric. Historically, .NET has been closely associated with Windows development, making it a strong choice for Windows desktop applications and enterprise solutions. Cross-platform evolution. With .NET 5 and later, .NET has evolved to support cross-platform development, enabling you to build applications that run on Windows, macOS, and Linux. Language choice. .NET supports multiple languages, with C# being the most commonly used. This allows you to choose a language that suits your project and team. Tight integration with Microsoft technologies. If your organization heavily relies on Microsoft technologies, such as Azure, SharePoint, and Office, .NET may offer tighter integration and compatibility. Rich development tools. Visual Studio, the primary IDE for .NET, is known for its rich development tools, debugging capabilities, and extensive ecosystem. Strong for desktop and web applications. .NET is a strong choice for building Windows desktop applications, web applications, ASP.NET, and mobile apps, Xamarin. Microservices and cloud. .NET provides robust tools for building microservices and cloud-based solutions, particularly with the integration of Azure. Ultimately, the choice between Java and .NET should be based on your specific project goals and constraints. Consider factors like platform requirements, existing infrastructure, your development team's expertise, and the particular strengths of each technology for your application domain. It's also worth noting that in recent years, .NET has become more versatile and cross-platform, so its historical association with Windows is no longer as limiting as it once was.